Let me give you another hypothetical. This is in a different direction. Let's imagine you come across a new business. All the other things I just said are true. It is a Rails app, but you're out of money. Now, at a certain point, this is what cash flow people do is they run out of money. They got cash flow every month, but they can no longer acquire because all they're doing is cash flow businesses. And so usually then they open up to more people's money. Is that something that you've considered or
I think
would?
I would do it. I would have to learn more about how people do that. Like, and even in that, again, that podcast episode that about like buying five, I can share the link later or whatever, but it's like buying five, manufacturing companies. In that scenario, that guy was like, they do like kind of like a PE model where they like basically they're like, look, we come in and we run it, and like there's six partners in the group, and each of those partners will personally guarantee one business. And so right now they have three guaranteed, and then they have when they do that, they do two things. So one, they charge a management fee to the business based on EBITDA. So like if they buy businesses that already have good profit margins, they take a slice of that profit margin for everyone who's in the management group, and then they'll also do like whatever first 8% preferred return in the event of a sale, goes to the investor, and then after that it's like split based on equity and all those kinds of things. So that, and they bring in basically different people in every single deal. So then I wouldn't say different people from the standpoint of like, well, Adam's in this deal and Garrett's in this deal or stuff like that. It's more like we got five people each putting in like 100,000 or 50,000. And so now we have, whatever, 250, 500,000. And then we're going to personally guarantee, do an SBA loan for the other half. So their debt, to like, whatever ratio is basically like half. So that, because again, then it's like, well, if the business went all the way in half, you'd still be able to run it, which is pretty rare for a business that's been around for, they stick to like, 80 years, like, 30 plus employees. So they know that it's like all the knowledge is not with one owner in a 10-person company or things like that. So again, a different scenario here where we have software and leverage and stuff, and it's less of a concern. But I'm like, that idea is really fascinating to me. And then, so then the group, the six, each have a share in each of the companies they acquire. One of them runs each of the companies they acquire. One of them personally guarantees, not necessarily the one they're running. And then they also kind of, for lack of a better word, they shard their investors across all the deals as well. So no investor is heavily invested in one of them. And I'm like, I actually really like that model. I think that's sick. Because that now they're doing the SBA loans, which means they can personally guarantee, but not actually put up the collateral. So you don't run out of collateral and run out of money. But I'm like, I don't know all that financial stuff yet. I haven't done any of that. So I'm like, I'm just going to start simple.